Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. We're back. We're finally back.
We're back in action. It's been a while on the normal pod, but we're here. We're excited. And Mick's here.
I'm back. So you see you got a new setup. There's not three of us in one camera. We're trying out multi-camera. So if you can't see me, it means post-production's not worked. But
and
we're
you
back.
can blame Hezbollah in the background there.
Hezbollah. But yes, you're right. I'm back. As you see, I'm wearing my Italian jersey, rugby albeit. World Cup's coming up in 2 months. But yeah, what a
Huge.
Amazing.
How was it, Mick? How was it?
It was amazing.
We missed you.
You missed us? I missed recording podcasts.
It's been a long 4 weeks.
It has been. It's felt like a while. We did a lot of grinding to get some pre-recorded pods out before we left. But
Yeah, we had Isaac John release, which was great. You haven't seen that,
episode.
go check that out. Ice was great. Very smart, man.
Very smart. I like the fact that just like went from footy player to entrepreneur and just built up this YKTR business. Unreal.
He's doing great things. And he reckons it's still not even big. So scary to see what he thinks is
I
big.
know. Good man too.
But yeah, he's a great bloke.
One of the greats.
But yeah, trip was great, boys.
Yep.
What can I say? Best place, Positano by far. Went there with the missus. Unreal. Cost an arm and leg. So shout out to Dabble. Their spot. No.
I mean, shout out to mum and dad.
Shout out to mum and dad. Shout out to everyone involved because that took a while. But
a lot of pasta.
A lot
of wine.
I had on average a pizza a day, if not more.
How is the pizza there? Is it as good as they reckon? Like,
yes.
you've had my dad's pizza.
I've
How's
had your
it compared?
dad's.
How's
I'd
it
say your
compared?
dad's is unbelievable.
Yep.
Better.
I would say there's better places. See,
Yeah,
where you going?
He's not going to like that.
I know. sorry, uncle. Where you go in Italy, there's different types of pizzas and stuff. So the higher up north, they don't really specialize in pizza. It's more like schnitzels because you got to remember where the borders are closer, like Switzerland, France. So they got a bit of an influx there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Further south you go, the more authentic Italian you get. So we went to, get this right, in Naples, the home of the margherita pizza.
The home.
That's it. Cheese, sauce, nothing else.
And basil on top because
Beautiful.
it's the colours of the Italian flag.
Okay, so
Red,
just
white,
basic.
green. Basic. So the queen of, I don't know, her name was Margarita, came in. Before it was just margarita, tomato-based sauce.
Yeah.
She came in, said, I want cheese on it. They go, what? They go, we're calling it the margarita pizza.
Okay. It's such an OG, isn't it?
1800, I had it. Best pizza of my life, hands down.
Ah,
Wow.
where was that at?
Naples.
Naples.
Mate,
Okay,
Naples
there you
is
go.
a crazy place. We were there for 2 nights.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything to really do there, but they're still celebrating their fucking Serie A title that they won. For context, they won 30 years ago. Maradona won 2 in 3 years.
Yeah.
So he's the king of their town.
Oh,
King.
right. 30 years ago,
He
they're still
is
riding that home.
everywhere. I'm talking, I bought
Statues. And
statues. The stadium's called after him. You go down the streets, they've got banners everywhere. I'm talking worshipping the players that won this Serie A title after 30 years.
wow.
Like
Far
every
out.
player. So, yeah, that leads me to my next thing. I bought gifts for you boys. So
gifts?
Yes.
I've got
Okay.
3. I've got 3 here.
You actually thought about us.
So I don't see. The thing is, you're both very similar. Obviously, we spend a lot of time together. Our brain links are the same. So I'm going to let you guys decide between you which present gets which. So I'm going to present them.
Ooh.
So first present linked to Maradona. We got some shorts. They're almost like boardies, swim shorts. They got Diego Maradona in the bottom left.
Nice.
They're very handy.
Like it.
I like them.
Not as good as our cast shorts, but
No,
they're pretty good.
But they're nice. They're black and they got pockets, so they
Beautiful.
can use it. That's one.
Beautiful.
And the next
Yep.
one is an Italian jersey.
Wow.
Ooh.
So
I feel like the size could be crucial here.
Size is very crucial.
it's
I
a
could be on
large.
here.
It's a large. It fit
okay.
me.
Yep.
It's not an authentic one. It says Italia on the back.
Yeah.
It's not got
Okay.
the 4 stars, but
Yep.
it looks like the Azzurri jersey.
I like
It's
it.
a nice material.
Yeah.
Because you're Italian, Jim, right?
Half Italian.
Yeah, half Italian. Yeah. You're
No,
Asian.
it's
You're
actually
Asian.
3/4.
So
3/4. There you go.
I'm not sure who wants what, boys.
Do you have a
You
preference?
said 3.
You wait. You pick these 2, and you'll see the third
Do you
one.
have a
Okay.
preference, Jim?
We can rock it off for the jersey.
Let's rock
Live
it off.
on air.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Scissors, paper, rock. No
rock on.
dynamite.
No dynamite.
Alrighty.
Guess the jersey.
Yeah. Scissors, paper, rock. Yeah. See you, Jim.
Very good.
Age, welcome your jersey.
Thank
if it's a bit
you.
tight on you,
Thank
swap
you.
with your partner, Jim. You know what? They're actually
Nah,
better.
That's beautiful.
So there, your presents. Happy
Beautiful.
birthday,
Thanks,
boys.
Mick.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
Thank you for
That is
keeping the
beautiful.
podcast alive when I was gone.
We didn't get
and the
cancelled, so
posting.
that's a positive.
Mate, it was close. So I said I brought 3 presents.
Yeah.
And it actually takes us back a little bit. So for those that don't know, that haven't listened before, we have a segment called Tryscorer Tryfecta. So we pick a try scorer every week. can't be too low on odds. Got to be a decent price.
You can't pick Dom Young at $1.40.
No, you can't pick
Even
Sivo.
though Jim tried to do that this week.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've done it before. but
Hey,
anyway,
he's
please.
done worse. Anyway, sorry for interrupting. Well, before I left, we recorded a podcast, if you remember.
Did we?
We did.
68 of them.
Dead Rubber. Dead Rubber it was called.
Okay.
We all picked a Tryscorer. They're all right centers. So I picked Matt Tomoko versus the Dragons. Dick, man of the match performance.
Easy.
Age, I think you went Ramian.
Possibly Ramian.
Ramian.
Scored.
You went a right center or someone else. Someone, your right center scored.
Ramian or Tago. I would have been one of them.
One of the right centers scored. Maybe it was Tago because your best bet.
I think so.
Okay, let's just run with he won.
Did Penrith play that round?
I don't know.
I tipped the winner.
He tipped the winner because I looked back.
Okay. Yeah.
But we'll definitely know who the loser was because, Jimmy, you went to Fare against
Val Meninga.
Balance the house.
Val Meninga.
Al Meninga.
Balance the Fridge. Actually lost. So for those
did.
that don't know, the punishment is actually a chili shot. So I've done it before. Age has done it before for State of Origin.
It's so bad.
So, Jim, it's
so
actually
hot.
your time. It's the ghost pepper. So back to my present.
Yeah.
In Italy, one of the things they're notorious for is chili.
Oh,
So-
no.
I think this is a staple for whenever we get the chili now. It's a chili bucket hat.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
So you put the chili bucket hat on
Yeah.
and you take your chili shot.
Like it.
Look at this.
After that, you look so stoned.
But then,
Your eyes all
do we
red.
make it a rule that, like, if you get the chili, maybe for like the second half of the ep, you have to wear the bucket hat?
Yeah.
So you're almost like the chili donkey.
Yeah, I reckon you have to wear it. Maybe the whole ep.
Whole ep,
So we're
maybe?
making up rules now.
Making up rules.
Look, you got to wear it for a portion of the end, towards the end.
How about
Towards
we
the
go
end.
from the
Towards the end.
Tryscorer Tryfecta?
Yeah.
So
Thank
that's
you,
our
Mick.
chili
Beautiful.
bucket hat.
How
Like
good's
it.
that?
Yeah,
Wear it
so-
on a
Little
night out.
addition to the potty.
We're a night out. Jimmy loves a hat on a night out. So.
I do.
Do you have any stories from Italy, Mick? Tell us your best yarn or funny stories
Yes,
from the
yarn. Okay, I have to say, we visited my family there. I actually have second cousins there. Couldn't believe
trip.
it.
So it's not just me.
Mate, I have
I'm not your only cousin.
I have more cousins than you.
Wow.
Only problem is they don't speak English.
Okay.
So you can imagine me who speaks with underwater. I don't stop talking.
No.
How's your Italian?
It's not great.
You were doing a bit of Duolingo, weren't
Yeah, I'm
you?
on my 180th day streak, but it can only get you so far. Like I can
like,
say,
hi, how are you? My name's Mick.
well, I can say Io lavori di Sydney, which means I work in Sydney, or Io lavori HLH. Like
Yeah.
I can work here. Io vivi
Yeah.
Marubra. I live in Marubra. But what the fuck's that
It's
going to
only
do?
get you so far.
Yeah, exactly. So it was tough. It was really tough.
Yeah.
So translation was one thing.
Google Translate.
Google Translate
Yeah.
was the king. But more importantly, they didn't support Serie A soccer. I was banking on it. If that all I had to say was I love soccer.
And then bang, you could get
Bang.
along perfectly.
Until I met one cousin,
Here we go.
little kid, 8-year-old, 9-year-old maybe. Actually, maybe he was 10. Don't know.
Yeah.
This kid
Yeah.
is one of the smartest kids I've ever met in my life.
Smartest.
Smartest.
I cannot. I've never met anyone smarter.
What's his name?
Couldn't tell you. I forgot my cousin's name.
What? You forgot your
I
cousin's
forgot
name.
I'm not gonna lie.
Jesus.
For instance, there's seven grandmothers or brothers and sisters, and they all had like 5 kids each. So I've got
Yeah.
like 30 cousins now. I had to just my
Wow.
resume.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've got competition.
back to this cousin.
Yeah.
He's had 6 Rubik's cubes just laying around in his house, and I go, "What the fuck's doing here?" And his dad in Italian goes, "Oh, my son can solve the Rubik's cube in like quick time."
Yeah.
Sure. He goes, "Here, mix." I mix this Rubik's cube, do my thing, mix
Mixer.
mix.
Yeah.
Gave it to him. 40 seconds done.
40.
That's pretty
40
good.
seconds. It's like a
What's the
10-year-old.
record? Like,
Oh, the
quick,
record's probably like
like-
under 10.
yeah,
It's
rapid.
fucked.
Oh, fuck.
And he goes, "There's like a method you got to work
But
to
to actually
like."
solve it.
Wait, did he
I'd
like?
be there all
You
day.
know how? Did he like look at it?
He was
before?
looking at it,
and then he just went
and he
bang.
goes like his method was.
So he found a loophole.
He goes, "You can't do a face at a time." He goes, "You have to do like you have to do it in thirds. So 1, 2, 3, and then you fucking
Wow.
mix it. 40 seconds. I was like,
That's
"What?"
gun.
Then this cousin, I couldn't speak English with him, but he was playing FIFA.
Was he?
He's playing FIFA,
Ah,
and he's
there
a
you
massive
go.
Milan fan. I'm a Juventus fan, so I was like, "Thank God, someone that knows." Played him, touched him up 6-1, left his
That's
house.
sad. Against a little cousin.
Little 10-year-old kid.
You're
It-
so
it-
competitive.
Don't tell me
You're
you were
grown.
bragging.
Well, I was doing the dab celebration with the
No,
FIFA
you.
player.
Oh, that's bad. That is bad.
Was he like
Nick.
off it?
Well, I could see he was like, "Oh, you play? You're from Australia." I was like, "Yeah, this kid's not seeing me." Anyway, so that's that. One thing in Italy, watch out: scammers everywhere. Scammers,
As in like
everywhere.
thieves or like people just trying to
There's so
scam
many-
you
Oh,
for
like
like
on the
fake stuff?
street.
There's just so many scams. So
Yeah.
one, there's pickpocketers everywhere.
Yeah.
So mum actually got pickpocketed. She
did.
Mum, yeah. So they're on the
happened?
line waiting at Venice, and a guy with a blind dog, like a service dog, came up. This dog starts barking. They've like turned around. Bam, coordinated attack done. Taken from the wallet. Taken from
Was
the
it
bag.
more than one person?
Wallet. Yeah, they work in like groups. So apparently, rumors
Okay.
is there's a mum in Venice. She lives as local. She has 13 kids, and she trains all these kids to become pickpocketers.
Wow.
But because she's pregnant all the time, they can't arrest her. And because all the kids are under 18, they can't arrest the kids.
No way. So it's like a perfect. Like
It's a
robbery.
perfect storm for scamming.
Wow.
And then you've probably seen that go on TikTok. She's gone viral. The Piccatore girl. She's this 54-year-old from Venice. She goes around filming pickpocketers. And they're famous. You've heard the sound. It goes, attenzione, Piccatore, attenzione. So that was the ongoing meme. I just had her in the back of my head.
Yeah. So you're always alert, ready
Always
to see.
alert. And they put like, there's other people that put like paintings on the street, and they wait for like tourists to come and like step on them, because they put them on like walkways, and they step on, and they go 200 euros, what are you doing?
And they harass you.
They probably sell for like €5.
Yeah.
Best and less.
Really?
Oh, right.
Yeah, watch out for scammers in Italy. Boys, what'd you boys get
Very
up to?
desperate. Mate, we were busy. We were
Mate,
busy
holding the
working
fort-
without you, mate.
Holding the fort down, mate.
Busy working. We went to the Dabble State of Origin
Yeah.
event.
How was that?
It was very good.
Met a few legends.
So who was there?
So they had Matty Bowen down there. Flew him
Yep.
over from Townsville.
Yeah.
Robbie Kearns,
Chris Walker.
ex-Melbourne player, and Chris Walker.
Yeah.
So that was great.
How was it meeting Matt Bowen? Because like, I don't know if you go back through every single episode, you
Unreal.
suck him off hard.
What's your idol, Jimmy?
He's
the reason you're a turncoat.
never met your idols though. Age fucking rolled me.
Oh no.
Oh, turn it up.
I was having a chat with him, good little yarn with him, and then Age fucking, I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Mate, we're recording the
Wanted me to
interviews.
film something and pulled me away, and then that was it.
Yeah, I do apologise.
Is
for
that it?
But stay tuned, because Matty Bowen might be coming on the podcast.
He might be
Ooh.
coming on the pod
He said he will. We just have to organise the logistics.
Queenslander.
yes.
Yeah, maybe over Zoom.
over the phone.
Stay tuned.
Hey, your missus away in Europe, so what have you been doing?
Well,
Yeah.
it's the halfway point.
So, you
So
trying to hug Jimmy in bed or something?
Mate, he came over the other week, and he
I'm
was
getting
all,
a bit toey. I was
he
all
was all
over
over
him.
me on the couch.
His girlfriend wasn't happy. I was touching him left, right, and centre.
touching me up. It was fucked.
Touching his leg, touching everything. Nah, I was getting a bit excited when a few of our players scored in the multis and that. But
Yeah, we
I
were.
think my best bet was running. That was when it won that one.
Yeah.
But nah, it's been halfway. Getting a bit toey. Trying to stay sane. I've
Toey?
been doing heaps of gym work.
Yeah, the phone's been getting a workout.
The phone always gets a workout, Jim.
The right hand.
Left hand.
That is you, eh? You're
Yeah.
notorious for that.
Well, it started,
Notorious. They're talking about him back in Italy too.
Fucking
mate.
the left hand, fucking.
Trust me, it's good.
You know what's cool? Showing my cousins that I had a podcast and
Yeah.
explaining
Really?
to them what I do. They're like, "This is cool."
Did they understand it?
They didn't understand. Obviously, it's in English.
Yeah.
But they were like,
Like, do you understand the concept?
they looked at the editing. They were like, "This is good editing." I go, "Mate, you should see us back with."
Give us
Yeah.
a follow.
Grinding. I got us a few followers from Italy, so
Beautiful.
the stats go up
We're
in Italy.
international now.
We're global.
Done. We're global.
International.
Lock it in, boys.
How good's
It's
that?
been a good 4 weeks. Cow's been on a streak.
Yeah.
6-win streak for the Cows.
Well, you guys lost to
Till
Titans.
you ran into the Titans.
Souths aren't going that good as well, which
Nah.
is always good.
Well, you know how we always said Souths have Cowboys have second year syndrome. We were
Yeah.
saying at the start of the year.
Yeah, that was bad.
I was
when we
eating
said
my
that.
words.
Yeah.
But
Eat
now
your
it's
hat, Mick.
unfortunately Souths have caught a case of second half of the year syndrome.
They have.
Yes.
Horrendous.
I hope, fingers crossed, it ends. I think we might go on a little run here towards the back end, but I don't think we played a good game, bar that Warriors game in the wet, since like round 10 or 12 when we beat Melbourne, Panthers and Broncos. Other than that, we've been horrendous. So we got to turn around. It's
Run
going
to
to be
the
quick.
finals around the corner.
It's right there, Jim.
Have you seen the logjam to get into the top 8? It's
Mate,
very tight.
It's very interesting.
So I'll go over it right now. So the current ladder,
Yeah.
obviously Penrith in first place, Brisbane second, Warriors third, Melbourne fourth, Canberra fifth, South sixth, Cronulla seventh, North Queensland eighth, Newcastle ninth, Manly 10th. So they're all actually a sniff. So I should
Wait, so from 11, who's 11?
So in 11's Parramatta. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
So
Even
just
they're a little
I should have
sniff.
probably read
Tiny
the points
sniff.
with it. So the points with it, right? So Warriors and Storm both on 30. So they're pretty much locked into the top 8 unless something freaky happens.
Top 8, definitely.
But then you got Raiders on 28, but a points difference which is appalling of any standard. It's like minus 78
Yeah, that's not good.
compared to everyone else, which is the next worst is like 48 for Cows. So then you got Rabbitohs, Sharks, Cowboys all on 26.
Yeah.
And then you got Knights, Manly on 25 because they drew. and then Eels on 24, and then Titans on 22 with Dolphins. It's a bit too far of a stretch. I think they're mathematically out now.
Yeah.
It's just too much to get them back in.
Yeah. Okay.
So I thought
It's very interesting. Like, there's so many variables. There's so many things going on. But
Big
let's
games.
break it down.
let's break it
Big
down. So I
games
sent you
coming
all a ladder predictor to do. We all did it.
Yep.
I did it at the airport, so I was pretty keen to
it's
get
on
back.
NRL.com, right? So
Yeah.
anyone can do it.
Anyone
You plug in the results for every game remaining,
Yep.
and it spits out the final
Do
ladder.
margins. So yeah, we have our top 9 here. Just we want to see who that team was. So, Age, you take us away.
I'll take us away. Minor Premier, Penrith Panthers. No surprise. They're going for a three-peat. I got Waz in second,
Wow.
which is a bit of a shock. I think they have a very easy run. They
Well,
won't,
let's
they
actually
won't drop too many
let's
games.
read their run. So I have Warriors very high up too. So the reason is they play Titans this week. You'd like to think it's a win.
I think that's a win.
Then they got Tigers the week after.
That's a win.
That's a win.
You'd hope so.
Then they play. Looks like we printed in black and white, boys, but I think it's the Roosters.
You think it's the
Yeah,
Chooks?
it's
I think they get the Chooks.
The Roosters, they get the Chooks.
Yeah.
Then they play Dogs,
They get the Dogs as well.
and they play Dolphins.
And they beat the Dolphins.
That's an
if
easy
they don't
run
rest.
home.
They could go
if
5
they
in a
don't
row.
rest anyone,
They
they
could
win.
go 5 in a row. Up the wires.
Waz are flying.
I love
Wow.
the wires. Everyone loves the wires.
They don't verse another top 8 team to finals. Wow. So they'll be fresh,
Boys, picture this: home final in New Zealand. Oh,
Criminal.
my goodness!
Yeah,
So
that's
good.
tough.
It might be the
That is
first
tough.
time they outshine the All Blacks in the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be.
Final in like second.
And have
or
you
third.
seen those? Like the fans love it. Have you seen that guy that?
Because it's like one country is
Yeah.
supporting one team. You
What's
know,
that one
everyone's
guy?
invested in the
Which
Waz.
guy?
He sings
Oh, the
like
one who sings like
that song.
yeah.
Oh yes. I have
Yeah,
seen
I've
that.
chucked him on the story a few times.
Yeah,
I love
He's
him.
good. Okay, who you got in third and fourth to finish the top?
Third,
four?
I think Broncos. They'll be in the top 4.
Yep.
Just where will they be? Second or third? Got Storm in fourth.
Yep.
Just South in fifth.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know if we can
Huge.
make it. I hope we do. We need a few results to go away, but I just think we'll just miss out. Get the home final still. Cowboys in 6th, Raiders in 7th, Knights in 8th,
Wow.
Sharks in 9th.
Sharks out.
Sharks out. And I'll tell you what game is the big game, swinging point. Put in your calendars, 26th of August, Knights versus Sharks, round 26.
Wow. So
I
the
think that's the game to decide that last top
second
8
last
spot.
game of the year. Okay.
I reckon winner of that makes the 8.
That's tight.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my thinking. I think
Huge.
Knights win that
There's
one. They're on a
also
run.
another very crucial game, which is the Newcastle Knights. They play
Sharks.
Brisbane play Melbourne Storm in the final game.
The last round.
The
That is
last round for Brisbane.
That's crucial for top 4.
Because Brisbane
and top
have
2.
the bye. So yeah, if Storm somehow win, I think they're locked into the top 4.
Wait, so is that what round's that?
So that's round 20. Or see, it's hard because this fucking thing's not done it right. But
Yeah.
it's one of the last rounds.
I think it's the last round.
It's Brisbane's last game.
Broncos Storm last round. yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's the last round. My bad.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go my top 8. I've gone Panthers. They've locked in this minor prem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's,
Broncos are only 3.
let's look at Penrith's run. Ready? They got Storm this week at home. Then that looks like the Tigers or Roosters. I think it's Roosters. Then they got Titans, Para, Cowboys.
Yeah, black and white didn't help me.
Didn't help,
No.
no.
The black and
I
white.
get out
print.
here.
How good.
You can just.
But yeah, like to be honest, with Panthers, it doesn't really matter who they verse. Like
No.
They just
when they're on,
So
they're
boys,
on.
it was actually Manly.
Really?
It's Manly. Alright, so yeah, then I've got Brisbane in second because their run is Cowboys, Para, Raiders, Storm. That's a tough run.
Yeah,
That is a tough
They-
run.
but
that is tough. But
what
they're
I've
playing
seen-
such good footy.
They're playing so good. Exactly. Waz in
very
third,
good footy.
discussed it, easy draw. South in fourth instead of Storm, just because I think we don't lose another game for the rest of the year. I think
That's valid.
the only problem is we're playing, like they've talked about it, the tour of Australia. We're playing in Perth this week. We played in where we played last week?
Tamworth, yeah.
Tamworth. Then next week we go to South, go Barlow Park.
Okay.
That's up north.
They're going everywhere.
And then the
What's it
week
called?
after we played Newcastle. In Newcastle, and then we got a bye. And then we finally get a home stadium versus Roosters.
Yeah, that'll be huge.
So I
Yeah.
think we sort of win them all. The bye's massive.
The bye's huge.
Bye's
Like,
massive.
now we can see it. Like the bye in second last round's perfect.
Even just for resting point of view,
Yeah.
you get that bye, play the Roosters, should dust them up, then you get
Yeah.
a run into
So I
finals.
feel like we don't have to rest the last round now because that's our rest.
Yeah.
And then you want to gain momentum going into finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've got Storm at 5th. I've got Sharks at 6th. So you've got them out of the
Sharks
8th
at
age.
6th.
So let's compare, right? They got South this week. I think loss.
Yep.
Agree?
Yep.
Titans at home. They beat Titans. You'd like to think so?
Hopefully they can turn their form around.
Titans are tough,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Tino will be back.
Yeah.
Cowboys away. I think they actually. I think
Cowboys in Townsville, I got them losing that one.
See, I've got
Really?
them winning that
Yeah, I
one.
think-
That's
like
why I've got
Cowboys
them
winning
in.
that one.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay,
Yeah, I got Cowboys winning.
Yeah, Sharks
And
losing.
then the Knights game, like you said, round 26.
If Knights continue this run, I think the form would just like get
It's
them
at
over.
Sharks
Yeah.
home. Depends where
Yeah.
Knights are in the top 8. Because if they're not in the
Yeah.
top 8, we know what Sharks do to top bottom 8 teams.
Exactly.
And then last round, you talked about round 26 being crucial. How about this? Raiders at Shark Park.
That could be the game.
Because Raiders got that terrible points difference. Anyway,
But I
back to
think
it.
Raiders have a lot of easy wins in there. I've looked at their run. There's a few like sitters, you know.
So I got Sharks
think
at
they'll
6.
hold
They
it.
make it. Cowboys at 7th. I think they just make it through.
Yeah.
Who have they got? They got Brisbane this week. Toss of the coin. Sharks next week. Toss of the coin, but I'm leaning towards them at home. Then they got Dolphins. Then Penrith last round.
Hey,
We've
that's
got,
tough.
a buy during there.
The bye
They got a
definitely
bye,
helps, yeah.
and Penrith might rest players, so you could be
You never
all right.
know, yeah.
And then I've got Raiders at 8th. Obviously, their PD's not helping them by any favours. But with Tigers this week, then they got the Bulldogs in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Then a Shark Park game.
They got a few wins there.
tight.
That
I
will
like
keep
the
them in.
fact that the bottom 8's all the log jams all playing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
it's
in
good.
9th, I've got the Knights. I think they just miss out. But then
Yeah.
again, it's 50-50. They win one game, they'll jump over the Raiders or Sharks.
That's what it is, yeah.
So, Jimmy, you
What about
got
you, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm quite similar to Mix. I've got Panthers, obviously minor Prem, Broncos in second, Warriors, South to finish top 4. Pains me to say
Jumping
that.
on the bandwagon, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
I'll just put them in there for now, and then
Thanks,
you'll
mate.
lose to Penrith, and then we'll probably meet you guys in the second week and beat you. So
Oh, here we go.
Storm in 5th, Cows in 6th, Raiders 7th, Knights 8th, Roosters 9th.
Roosters 9th. Have you got Roosters nearly pushing for the 8?
Wait, so
Roosters make a run.
So
I don't know
Roosters
what
have-
happened there, Jim.
Roosters
Hey.
have Manly at home this week. Do you think they win?
They'll win that game.
I
They
don't
got
know.
Dolphins next week,
They'll win that game.
and then they got Para,
They'll win that game.
Beat
Tigers,
Para.
They'll win that game.
South.
And then
Lose.
if they can win 4 of the last 5, they'll finish 9th.
Okay. I don't think they will.
I think they're
the way they're
mathematically
playing,
out,
man.
so I don't know if they're playing for much.
Even this Manly game.
I think Sharks are gone. They won't make the 8.
Unless they turn their form back around.
Hey.
They're playing dreadful.
Okay, so
They've
we-
got Kennedy out now for the year.
Yeah.
Tracy fullback.
Tracy fullback.
No one's giving the platform for Hines to work. Like, it's just
No.
not looking good, is it?
And
It's not.
Finucane's a sort of big loss, just a tough trucking
Yeah.
through the middle. But big one, boys, is the fact that we've actually left out Parramatta. Because
they're
Parramatta
gone.
was storming home. They were almost at 4th at one point.
Like,
Yeah.
they could sneak in the 8.
So
So they
let-
really got to,
let-
like, they
the
got to beat
reason
these
why
big
we've left
teams.
them out.
They got to beat these top teams.
They play Dragons this week. They
They
win.
should win.
That's
yeah.
a win.
Then they play Broncos away.
It's tough.
Away loss.
They get a
say.
bye somewhere in there. Then they play Roosters at home. Like
Either
you said,
way.
could be
Yeah,
a run.
They could win
Then
that.
they got Panthers.
That's a straight. Oh, they do challenge Panthers
You know
in the
what I mean?
past,
It's
but
like,
you probably can't put a line through
look,
that one.
for the sake of it, if you tip against Panthers, you're an idiot. So we just say
Yeah.
Panthers
Yeah.
win 5 in a row.
Yeah, I think so. Unless
think
they rest.
The positive for the Eels is Dylan Brown's back.
Yep,
I think
definitely.
they've missed him recently, so I think that's a positive for them. But I don't know about Para.
Still, RCG's out. They're missing
Is
Sevo.
RCG still out?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, he's
Um,
injured.
Sevo's a big miss because Wanga Blake on that left wing, he was
Well, he's
not,
been
he
dropped.
was
He
not
got dropped
finishing
for
it. Yeah.
Lumi this week. so-
Hopefully, Lumi does something.
And then Madison's now on the edge. I think they're done.
Finally gets a start.
Starts
That could
he's
change
been good
things.
off the bench.
Sean
good
Main
off the
can't
bench.
stay on the field this year.
Yeah.
He's had 3 injuries this year. It's
He's out.
jaw, shoulder, elbow, everything in between.
But yeah,
They've-
that's
they've copped it.
It's interesting. This run home is going to be interesting.
So yeah, that's our
it's good.
top 8. I think it's going to be very, very close. One thing that shocks me before we move on from it is the fact that after the year that Cowboys had to start the season, they're a chance of finishing top 4. And the run that South have been on the last 10 weeks, they have a chance of top 4. Just shows you
Yeah.
that, like,
It's
how
so
far
close.
Penrith, Brisbane are and the
But
rest
like-
of the logjam.
South and Cows can make top 4. They can even miss the 8, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like last week, we were
Like,
9th, and then we all of a sudden went to 6th. till a
Worst
few things
case,
went
like
away.
we could miss the 8, and
Yeah,
that's
if you don't win games, every 2 points crucial going.
like that game
from
against
now
Gold
on.
Coast, the Cowboys losing. Like that's just
You need to win those ones.
you got to win those games. So
But no, I love how every single thing's in the balance. Minor Prem's in the balance. Top 2, top 4, top 8.
Wooden spoon.
Wooden
maybe?
spoon, except that Tigers have left that in.
Yeah.
Everything
Locked
but
in.
spoons in the balance.
Easy.
So
Hey,
that
new,
is good.
New segment, boys. We're still collabing with Rugby League Realm. Give him a follow on Instagram. Does some amazing
The
rugby
cards
league
he makes are epic.
They're
they
pretty
are
good.
very good.
I'll give him that. They're
he puts
very
a lot
good
of effort.
designs. You know, he puts a lot of effort. They look
Change
nice.
it up a bit.
We've changed it up. We're not doing player in spotlight individually.
No.
We're all putting our minds together and we're agreeing on player of the round, surprise packet, bench player, and rookie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start us off. Player of the round, Jerome Hughes. He was exceptional. It was a Hughes and Grant show that night. Grant was just missed out on player of the round. He had 1 try, Hughes, 4 try assists, 3 line breaks, 3 line break assists. So that's incredible.
Yep.
Surprise packet? No, there's no question about this one. Cam McInnes, 81 tackles.
That is outrageous.
I was out on Saturday.
I didn't even
it was
know.
Saturday. I was
Yeah,
out.
I was out as well.
And then, had a few drinks, and that popped up on my feed. McInnes, 83 tackles, broke the record.
yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? I had to, second guess, show everyone, is this legit? 83 tackles.
Apparently made 50 in the first half.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's
And I think I read an article. He was on 1 hour sleep that night before.
What?
He promised his kids something. I didn't click into it, but he was running on an hour's sleep and he made that many tackles.
He is such a tough battler.
Yeah.
That's what New South Wales probably could have used it off
He's
the
peak
bench.
athleticism.
And then we had bench player of the round, Jared Wallace. It was close for this one, but J-Wall, I don't know what happens sometimes, but every time he comes off the bench and his team's losing, turns into this halfback.
Yeah,
Like,
he
he
makes
was-
a huge
He
impact.
was doing forced dropouts, 41 tackles,
Line break
14
assists.
runs. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was very good, J-Wall. But there's also Milford off the bench, which was close, scored a
Milford.
double.
Yep.
Sacked O'Sullivan,
Yep.
Wayne Bennett, and then he put Milford on, scored a
Big
double,
call.
nearly won in the game.
That was
Sarko
crazy.
at the end.
Sarko's kick at the end. I tipped dog, so I was happy with that. I was giving the big Italian horns the curse, and it worked. Faded to the
The
left.
wind
but-
took it. Poor bloke.
Yeah, poor bloke. You got to get those ones, but
It wasn't.
It wasn't a tough kick.
I blame Milford.
Nah.
Milford should have gone in a bit after he scored.
tiny bit. Because he went in a tiny bit.
Because Milford just
went in.
dived to the line. I was like,
Yeah, but you got to take it, don't you?
you have to take it. Help your kicker out.
What about Rookie of the Week, Jim? Who do we give it to?
Loffy.
Your
Loffy
twin.
Khan Pereira. Hey?
Your twin.
Yeah.
You on the wing, Jim.
1 try, 2 try assists, 172 run meters, 3 line breaks. He made our right edge defense look silly.
He rolled you guys.
Torched.
His speed, once he gets a little break, he's gone.
Yeah.
Gonskis.
That right side needs work. But yeah, Loffy Khan Pereira, unbelievable.
That
game.
chip and chase he does it every time.
Every time
He
he's
will
one-on-one with the
he will
fullback,
refuse
he
to
won't
pass.
No.
He doesn't pass.
Can he not pass left to right, or he just wants to
He,
highlight?
he loves that chip.
Loves that chip.
He times it very well.
I reckon
Give
he's
him
probably
that.
done his whole juniors and he's like,
Yeah.
this is my thing.
Yeah.
And then we had the team of the week with Corner Post, another
do.
great Instagram page. Give him a follow, does some amazing design work. So round 22, we had fullback Ponga. He was unbelievable.
He's turned his season around.
wingers-
He's turned the Knights around.
The last few months, he's been incredible.
He's helped everyone down to the 100. there.
Oh.
Wingers AJ and Saab.
Yep.
But Saab's turned it around. Roger warned us, world's fastest player.
Mate, speed burns.
What about that try?
No one's
on the
catching
weekend?
Saab. And Roger upped it from 1K, 10K return to you put 2K in, you get 20K return if you
Yeah.
beat Saab in a race.
I actually don't think anyone beats him. I've watched
Mate,
on
I'm
Young
not
a bit
wasting
now.
2K.
No
No
way.
one's touching Saab.
No. Centers, Zaya Tass and Brian Kelly.
Yep.
Unreal performance. 5'8". Kieran 4 and turning back the clock.
Trap and
Also,
scrap
prob-
king.
One of his best games in the Titans.
He
jersey.
was not just attack, in defense. He was
defense,
just
yeah.
getting there.
Yeah, he was chopping people. He was orchestrating everything.
He was
If he had
good.
a bit more speed, he would have scored. He was there in support, and then I forgot who came up on the inside and just rolled him.
Jaden Campbell.
Yeah, Jaden Campbell.
Halfback, Jerome Hughes. We talked about it. Unreal
Play
performance.
of the round.
Props, Jai Arrow, Christian Welch.
I've got to mention this. Arrow, unsung hero. He was our man of the match, I reckon.
He was very good on the
Like,
weekend.
did you get to watch the game, Mick? Bits
Yeah,
of
the
it?
internet was pretty average, so I was in and out.
Yeah,
But I
if
saw
you look
most
at
of
his
it.
stats, they don't show that much, but just the work he does, his
was
runs
good.
were massive, his tackles were great.
Yeah.
He changed the way we play.
Even Welch, I think, had his best game of the year.
Yeah, he did good.
He was very good.
Second rowers, Scott Sorensen, the gift that keeps on giving for Penrith.
Yeah.
He's been
Everyone at the
very
start
good.
of the season was like, who's going to fill that left edge? Is it going to be Hosking? Is it going to be Garner?
Mate,
Step up
yeah.
Scott Sorensen.
Yeah, literally.
This bloke is like the form second row of the
Yeah,
comp.
and he does
Yes.
crazy flick passes and
He does.
wild shit. Offloads are off the charts. So
Yeah.
Mental.
So he's gone
and
very well.
shout out to Patrick Carrigan, breaks the
First
curse.
try.
congratulations, Paddy.
78 games.
Would he be classified as a fridge? Or was he not prop that week?
Nah, because he
Back
played
row.
second row.
Or was he?
But if you
what
got,
was he
13,
named
it
at?
was named at
13.
lock, so it still wouldn't have been.
Still wouldn't have
Yeah.
been.
But that's crazy.
That
He
would be
finally broke
crazy.
the streak. Off Reynolds. Reynolds put him over.
As a celebration.
easy
though. I was
as.
so happy for him.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
just jumping all over him.
Lock, McInnes,
Yep.
we talked about it. Bench, Wallace, Madison, Milford, Ellie Katol, welcome back. And 18th man, Apasau Coruscant, almost did damage to his former South Sydney team.
Yeah, Appy played great. But we got to shout out to these notable mentions. Stubby Cooler, he was great against Dragons.
He's been good.
Cleary, There was a lot of people in all the comments saying like Cleary were robbed of team of the week and all that.
Really?
So they reckon he was better than Hughes. He had the ball on a string, but
He was unreal.
Hughes is just 4 try assists. You can't beat that. Luai was good, very nippy. His footwork's crazy.
Yep.
Money, we saw what he did. Pretty quiet, but like that try.
Oh,
What the hell?
I don't
He
know how
makes it
people
look
keep
so
falling
easy.
for it. They keep falling for
Like
it.
when he just
Twinkle
stands
toes.
still and then he just runs.
Chucks a dummy and he's
Oh.
stepping. Like, he's a
Too
class
good.
player. Hopgood's a beast. Brian Kelly played a great game. Gaga was insane. And Jaden Campbell off the bench. Heck,
Lady Gaga.
did I
For
say
the
Lady
Knights.
Gaga? Didn't I say Gaga?
It said like Gaga or something. I was like, what?
Gaga?
Yeah, well, we
Well,
understand.
Lady
what you
Gaga
said.
was great, okay?
Was she?
She was good.
Yeah, she's
In
good.
what?
Not as good as fucking Barbie, Jim. I know you've been watching Barbie.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate.
good.
Unbelievable.
Aussie doing it on the big scene. We put up a poll. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. We said, what content does our viewers and followers love? So we obviously have a range of things. We have our bets, tips.
Mate, we got it all.
What ifs, history,
Mate,
We got
start
too
bench
much.
cuts. Too
we
much. So we're
got
like, what do
a
people,
lot.
What
Like,
do people
what
love?
do you actually
Podcasts?
like?
Yeah.
But you know what? So everyone had their opinions. People said podcast clips, podcasts. A lot of people said podcasts. But you know what is the number one thing? The stats.
Yes, sir.
People love the
Mate,
stats.
we love the stats.
I love the stats.
Who
Stats
doesn't love
don't
the
lie.
stats? They don't lie. Most of the time.
Sometimes
Oh,
they do.
well,
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes we get them wrong and they do
Yeah.
lie.
The stats don't have a team. There's no bias.
No.
So,
No.
hard facts.
So without further ado, here are the round 23 stats that you need to know.
The Sydney Roosters have lost their last 6 games in Sydney.
Yes.
Boys, should we strip them of the name Sydney Roosters? Should it just be called the Roosters, like the Dolphins?
Mate, I think they got
Jeez,
stripped
they've
of
had
that a long
they've
time
had
ago.
a long season, haven't they?
It's been tough. It has
It's
been
been
very
a tough
tough
old
for the
season.
Roosters.
Poor Robbo, poor Teddy.
We put something up on the story. It was NRL physio. He did the most amount of injuries since 2020,
Yeah.
like over 5 weeks, and Chooks were up there. So you got to feel for him. Even this year, the injury run was
I
terrible.
had them to win the comp.
You did. I think a lot of people
Shocking
did.
tip.
Their team on paper at the start of the year was so good.
Disappointing.
We should do accountability and review who we actually.
We should
said for
right at
those
the end.
positions.
Yeah.
Right at the end. Or maybe we just do it next week because we're going to find it in time.
Maybe. we should. but
You say that and we'll spend 10 minutes scrolling.
then we won't know like rookie of the year and all that.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true. Well, how about when we're doing it, you just go scroll, me and Jim will just talk.
Yeah, definitely.
I like
It's
that one.
probably better that way anyway.
The Warriors have won their last 4 away games by 12 points or more.
Like we said, it up the wires. How good are they?
The Wilds are flying. And in
I
those
love
4,
watching them.
Yeah, so in those 4 games, they won by an average margin of 22.3 points.
Yeah.
So they love playing away. That's always the issue with Warriors. They can't travel away from New Zealand. But now it seems like it's working a
But
treat.
like, how good is it seeing
You know?
SJ just turn back the
Oh.
clock?
You'd think he's 23 years old
Like,
again.
it's just so good
It's
to
actually
watch.
like criminal watching him, how much time he takes, like how much like he makes everyone outside him play better.
Yeah.
Like Chance couldn't even get a run at fullback for Raiders.
Yeah.
And the SJ going to the line, just creating that space for Chance and
Yeah, they've
all-
got a few set plays.
everyone
near the
else.
line and-
Oh,
I think it
Open up
actually
the
probably
space.
works like the other way. Even the fact that like Andrew Webster, obviously you've seen how good he was at Penrith when he was under Ivan Cleary.
Yep.
Big raps. Went to Warriors. He's like, well, I can't sign a superstar team. So he just signed battlers. He signed Chance, workhorse.
Yep.
Signs Barnett.
Yep.
he's
Dylan
been good.
Walker off the bench. Like
Jackson
Probably-
Ford.
Ford, like
Corey.
Metcalf, like a young gun.
Yeah.
Even like the outside backs, like they've re-signed, but they've sort of come even better this year, like Montoya.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like he's improved
At
dramatically.
one
over the
point, he
last
was on the
3
fringe
years.
in reserve grade at the Dogs. And
Yeah.
now he's like up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see Warriors going good. I'm pumped for
Up the
him.
wires, baby.
I'm pumped for him.
Penrith Panthers have won 7 straight games at Bluebet Stadium by an average winning margin of 21.7 points.
Mate, Panthers in general, can't beat them. Panthers at Bluebet Stadium, can't beat them.
Can't beat 'em.
They are.
Mate.
It's a fortress over there.
They just feel the crowd and
Oh.
fucking hell, it's a tough one.
They just flog teams. Like 21.7 points on average they're winning games.
Yeah.
Storm's going to be a tough
Tough game
Tough
this week.
game.
A dollar
like-
35 on Dabble.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
shortish,
you're getting
but
$3
like
for Melbourne.
Melbourne they're playing good, but like can they beat the class
This is a big
Panthers
test.
outfit?
This is where we're gonna see where Melbourne are at.
Yeah.
If they're up to Penrith or if Penrith are just
Like I remember last time they played, I think I tipped Melbourne, so they were up, and I was riding him home. I was in the chats. I was like, "You fucking idiots! I fucking knew Melbourne win."
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Oh,
next
they got
minute,
run
I
over.
blink, and it's like
Yeah.
bang, 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 and then Panthers like
Yeah,
scored
they got-
6
Down
tries,
at
I think.
Marvel Stadium.
fuck, they just played like 3 weeks ago.
Before I left, maybe the week before I left.
Yeah, it was like over a month ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
the
was
yeah.
close.
draw is very weird because of the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Aussies making
Fucking
it
on
through.
that, mate, the Matildas.
4-0.
Unbelievable game. Did you watch it?
Yeah, well, I actually fell asleep.
Without
at 9.
Sam Kerr as well. We didn't even need her off the bench.
Hayley Razzo. Whew.
Sam Kerr's doing the Latrell Mitchell treatment in State of Origin. She's done her calf. She's not playing.
You don't think
You
she's
think she'll
playing?
play?
Nah, she's she did her calf, they reckon, like the week before. Calves take like
Take
6
time, mate. We
weeks.
saw with Trell.
And you
He
see,
was out for like 8 weeks.
the
wasn't
World
he?
Cup's like a 3-week tournament. Like
Yeah.
if you do one little injury, you're out. So shout out to
Yeah.
them.
Haven't released the round of 16 yet. have
Should we
they?
go to a Women's World Cup game? It'd be
Should
hard
go
to
to the
pick.
next one.
but we
It'd be
should.
all right, but
Like the next one.
like
it's
the
in
final, maybe
Sydney.
like the finals.
The
Yeah.
round of 16 games in Sydney.
Allianz, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we should go.
I should tee it up.
World Cup's not going to be here ever again.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be sick.
We'll tee it up.
Good idea. When was the last time Payne Haas missed a tackle in the NRL? Have a guess. I bet you're wrong. It was round 14. What the hell? Round 14, this bloke was the last time he missed a
I
tackle.
don't get it. Like 14. We're
He's
in round
made-
22.
I think he's on minimum 125 consecutive tackles.
He also hasn't made an error since round 7,
Yes.
which I find hard to believe, which I kind of think that age has fucked up the stats.
So-
round 7.
Errors.
He
Only
hasn't
like...
missed a
Did
tackle.
you
No.
go back and check?
Yeah. Only like errors, like drop balls and that. I think he gave penalties away.
Hey, it's
but
an
not-
error, mate.
That's not an error.
That's not an error.
That's not an error.
It's different. Penalties
penalty
conceded.
conceded.
So its own stat.
It's an error.
I have to back my
So
cousin.
he hasn't met
an error.
he hasn't made an error since round 7. So he's got the hands, he's got the shoulders, he's the complete package, Payne.
Not missing a tackle, but
Yeah.
That's huge for defense. And you can see it
So
there.
I think he's 6 or 7 rounds
he's
in a
just
row.
got
yeah.
such a big engine.
Throw
eh?
in Paddy Carrigan next to him. Fuck, they're undefeatable.
I tell you what, he missed the tackle in Origin, which I didn't include. That's why I
Hey.
specified
Ah,
NRL.
beautiful.
NRL games.
Wow,
Ah,
he's smart.
There you go.
How good is this? Kalen Ponga has had 13 try contributions in the last 4 matches.
Wow. So that's 2 tries, 8 try
13.
assists, 3 try contributions. So
Just in 4 matches. That is incredible. And he's
He-
versing
like we
Dolphins.
said, he's turned the season around for 9.
He has. As soon
Moved
as he
back
went to fullback.
Yeah.
can they just leave him at fullback? I'm sick. Like
Yeah.
just
I'll tell
because
you-
Darren Lockyer and Cameron Munson did it, like stop. That's it. I don't want to hear it again.
Yeah. How good was his celebration? The barber took the headgear off and Greg Marzu gets the clippers out.
Yeah, that was very
There's been
good.
some good try July celebrations.
I think the best one's
the
been...
women's the women's NRL do the best
they,
ones.
They do limbos.
Yeah,
Conga
they're doing the whole
lines,
fucking
The
thing.
selfies.
Yeah,
I
everyone,
think Toto's done the best one.
What did he do?
The Blades of Glory.
yeah, that was good.
Weasley and
Oh,
Martin.
that was funny. I liked Reece Walsh the backflip, and then he vomited.
Yeah, backflip
Yeah.
into the chunda was pretty
It's
good.
a fuck-
That would have
Yeah.
been cast character of the week. I might just give it to him.
if we
now.
had it. Give
Shout
him
out to
a
Reece.
delayed cast character.
Delayed cast character of the week.
Shout out
send
to
it away.
Reese, boy.
Rabbitohs have won 4 of the last 5 games against the Cronulla Sharks. Tough game for us.
It is a tough
Is
game.
that home?
We're
out in Perth.
Oh, Perth.
It's a
Yeah.
double header
Yeah.
at Optus Stadium. How good is that?
We've never won in
Yeah,
Perth.
Dolphins play Optus Stadium.
Oh, double header. I didn't know
Okay.
that. Yeah, we've never won in Perth out of 2 attempts. So it's not on our side. Third time lucky, maybe?
Yeah.
Possibly third time lucky.
Nah, the Sharks are gone. I'm sorry.
Writing him
You
off?
reckon?
I reckon they're done.
Wow, okay.
Fitzy's waited too long.
Well, Jimmy had him
He's
in.
fucked it.
Like
So,
he's,
Jimmy, you had him in like 10th or 11th.
yeah.
Fuck, so you didn't reckon they win another game.
I don't know if I've...
Jesus. What did
That
Jimmy
is a
win?
bit tough,
Jimmy
Jim.
hates Sharks.
No, I don't. I just think, yeah, Fitzy's just left away too late. He kept picking his mates for the first, 15, 16 rounds or whatever.
That is tough, Jim.
Who's his mates?
Who's his mates?
Who's his mate? Who's his
Moylan,
mate?
is he best mates with Moiser?
Mate, he's one of the boys. You got to be fucking,
Wade Graham, good mate.
Like he just
Could be a
kept
good
picking
mate.
Moylan, like no disrespect.
Yeah,
to
but has,
Moylan,
has
like he's-
Trindle done much since he came in?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but that's just my 2 cents. Sorry, Sharks fans.
That's all good, Jim. The Dragons have conceded 6 tries in the last 6 matches to opposition right centres. So Will Penasini, lock him in, guys.
Not bad. Was in good form this
I think
year.
he's playing about 220
Who's
to
that
score.
left centre? Sully.
Sully and Fagai. So I've noticed Sully jams in a lot. And it's
Yeah.
sort of he jams in on the fullback and leaves the centre
That'd be a
open.
good little battle.
Yeah, Sully versus Will.
Yeah.
Both got size, but I think Will's just a different beast.
Mm.
So yeah, if you're looking for a little anytime try scorer, get on Will.
The Raiders are shooting for 7 straight wins versus the Tigers, while the Tigers are attempting to break an 8-game losing streak.
Poor Tigers.
8 games.
8
That is a definition of a
I'm
cast.
so filthy at Tigers.
The wheels
because
are off.
I put some money on Dragons to get the spoon at the start of the year, and it was looking likely. Like Tigers,
Until they verse head to head.
Oh, Tigers signed Appy, Bateman, like all these players. I'm just like,
Papali'i.
they
Yeah.
unearthed Tupu on the wing, Buller.
Buller.
Like, what is going on there?
It just doesn't work, does
It's
it?
so frustrating when you're backing the Tigers. Like you are watching
Yeah.
and going, complete a set.
Why are you backing him though?
Complete.
Then you got to ask yourself that.
If you're backing the Tigers, you
I
ask
backed them
them.
against the Dragons, and that was
Oh,
a
that
tough
was-
one.
that was a
I
tough
went
watch.
Dragons for that one. They were always in it, the Tigers. I couldn't breathe until like the last,
Fucking
the
hell,
hoot
that was
of
a
blue.
tough
Like
watch, that.
Tigers are always
Even
in the
last
matches.
week against South, like
They were in it.
they were there. It was there.
Yeah,
to be
they came
won.
back. They were within 2 points. I was
Yeah.
shitting it. I was like, what the hell? The line was like 21.
Yeah,
So they're always in it, but yeah, they're not.
I think
They're
Raiders
never
win.
getting the job done. I think Raiders.
Raiders
win.
are in trouble as well.
They need a win.
I think they get this one though.
Yeah,
They have the
You'd
points on the
think so.
Raiders have the runs on the board to get them over and make
Yeah.
the top 8.
So comment any round 23 stats that we may have missed. Tryscorer Tryfecta we spoke about before. Jimmy, you're on the chili shop. We'll save that to the end. Tips of the
yes, we
week.
will.
So yeah, last time we did it was I was Tomoko, Age was Ramian or someone.
So we made that up. So Age actually.
Age does a chili shot too then.
Hey, I definitely got it. Jim, you're
And
a
Jimmy
fraud.
Tafare. So this week, Jimmy, you gone a bit safer or no?
No, I've gone Ponga.
Okay.
We've spoken about him. He's turned the night season around. So KP against the Finns in Perth.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a theme here. It's all players we've spoken about. So I've gone Sean Johnson.
Yes.
First, the
SJ,
Titans.
well, that's a bit ballsy,
I'll
Mick.
give you a tip for all those people playing Supercoach. If you look at his stats against the Titans in history, he averages around 80. He loves playing the Titans.
So he
does.
lifts against Tigers.
He
Lives
does.
it. You remember back in the days when he was prime SJ, you'd have him in Supercoach, straight captain.
Straight captain.
Win. You'd win the league.
Even if it's the first game.
Now he's back. Are you going to straight captain him, Mick?
Might do the cheeky loophole.
Maybe in draft, yeah.
Who's your one, H?
I'm also going the players we've been speaking about. Penasini.
Ooh.
Right centers against
The penis.
Dragons.
Yep.
I'm sticking with that stat. Sully
Yep.
will rush in or Penasini will just go over him.
So if we put all those try scorers together, what odds do we get?
We're
on
getting
Dabble?
13.64 on Dabble.
Wow.
That is juicy.
Juicy odds on Dabble.
We're doing a bit juicy this
That
time,
is
boys.
juicy.
Use a little rocket if you want.
Yeah, rock with that.
Juice.
Do whatever you want with it. But yeah, I'll be putting a bit on
Remember, if you're listening and you want to copy all these bets that we're talking about, obviously we can't talk about every single bet we place. We put them all on Dabble, and they're
Yeah.
daily, weekly, hourly, even
Yeah.
sometimes minutely.
And the thing is, there's NRLW
Every
on
second.
now.
Every second.
NRLW, NRL, horse racing.
AFL.
But we picked the good ones. We put our research in. A lot of
Oh,
stats go
100%.
involved. There's
Yep.
a lot of time. But we do it for you guys.
And
And yeah, we like winning as well.
And for those that don't know about Dabble, it's a social media betting app
Yep.
platform where if you don't know anything about the tips, you can have a read about people's description and just literally click copy, done,
Put your stake in.
bet. So
Bob's your uncle.
especially for the FIFA Women's World Cup, where you might want to have a bet on it, but you don't really have an idea. We put some bets up. We're not that good at it, but there's some people on there like Olin Teckers, Kat Sasso, Jake Barker Dash, and more. Copy them all. They got some idea. They got a bit of stats. Not as good as the NRL stats because Age does overtime for that.
Mate, overtime in spades, mate.
So Age, how can they sign up to Dabble and copy all our bets?
Well, simple. You can use the link in the bio or you can download the app Dabble and put in the code Cast Patrol. CSTPATROL.
Make sure to do that.
So make sure you jump on Dabble, and just a reminder, what are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit the website gamblinghelponline.org.au.
And best bet for this
Perfect.
week, set a deposit limit.
100%.
So, boys, I've had a bit of thinking. I was sitting on the beaches of Italy and I was like, I want more.
Must be nice.
I know.
That must
mate,
be nice, Vic.
Fucking hell.
Mate,
While we're
10
grinding here,
You're grinding.
I don't know
Must be
who
nice.
approved your annual
Did you,
leave.
Jimmy, did you approve my annual
I
leave?
approved it. Yeah,
thank-
I
thank
did.
Fuck, I needed some
We
annual leave.
regret that instantly.
Oh, I had enough
4
of you
weeks,
boys.
but
Jesus,
I'm
Jimmy.
out for the year. Especially after my American holiday. I'm almost at
mate,
negative.
You're in negative leave, Vic.
You're going to be unpaid leave.
So one thing that I got stuck into was on TikTok, conspiracy theories in history. My feed's fucked now. It's just all podcast series and stuff. So I was thinking,
Yeah, similar to my feed, eh?
yeah.
don't show ages misses. So I was like, I want to know more about rugby league history.
Yeah.
But I want to do it in a way that people can just not have to watch a documentary about these things or go research.
No one
I
has
just wanna
60
condense.
minutes, Mick.
No. So not 60 minutes, 60 seconds. So here's rugby league history in 60 seconds. So this week we're talking about how an important rule change. Okay, so I'm going to do it rugby league history in 60 seconds. So this week it is how Eric Sims changed the field goal system in rugby league forever. So let's take it back to 1971 when a major rule change of rugby league happened. Do you boys know what it was?
No, I don't. What was it?
Well, so Eric Sims, notorious for his field goals. So you're asking, field goals, whatever. So the field goals, the value of them back then was 2 points, not one.
Okay, so not over the 40-meter line.
No.
From
So
anywhere.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
2 points for a field goal. So the man behind the change, Eric Sims, South Sydney fullback, gun Indigenous player. He was a machine when it came to kicking field goals. Now, from 1968 to 1970 alone, so we're talking 3 seasons, he kicked 68 field goals.
That's ridiculous.
3 seasons, 68 field goals.
So do the
Whoa.
maths, it's around 20 Minimum one a game. But
Yeah.
I dived a little further. He's actually got the record for the most amount of field goals kicked in a match.
Oh no, is it like 3?
5 field goals kicked in a match.
When they were worth 2 points.
Worth 2 points, so 10 points.
Far out.
Fuck.
So basically, he even kicked a 2-point field goal in the 1970 grand final against Manly when South won. So his ability to kick field goals was so prolific that it was seen as an unfair advantage to teams because you kick them from anywhere. And you imagine you kick 3 of those a game, it's almost a try.
Yeah,
Well, it is a try.
it is a try.
So
Converted try.
Well, back then it was, I think tries was 6. So like,
Oh, there you go.
yeah, weird, eh? Leading to NRL, New South Wales, to change the value of field goal to 1 point. So that's how
Wow.
Eric Sims changed it from 2 to 1. He kicked
So they
that
changed the field goal to 1 point because of this bloke.
Eric Sims kicked too many field goals.
Wow.
Who was the first bloke to kick a field goal?
Couldn't tell you that, mate.
What do you think he was just like, fuck, I'm going to just drop this and kick it over? And then,
Well, there would have been the
It
rule,
would have had to have been a rule. He's not just going to slot it.
and then he
like,
probably practiced at
no, but
training
was
once.
that an actual rule? Like,
it must have been a rule from the start.
Who made it? I was like, fuck, what if someone kicks it off the ground? What
Well, they're probably like, how can we get this like scoring more advanced? Okay, they have to drop it and then kick it over,
Unbelievable.
and we'll give them 2 points.
Well, there you have it. Another Rugby League history in 60 seconds. Drop a
Yeah,
comment
good.
which moment you'd like us to review, and we'll do it next week.
Love it, Mick. That's a nice addition to the potty.
Yeah, so
It only
done,
took
Mick.
60 seconds,
I'm
which
gonna
is
I'm gonna
great.
deep dive into some other ones like how JT maybe signed with the Cows. Deep dive on that. Roy Asatasi starting the South Sydney dominance era.
Yeah.
Got
Okay,
a
so you got a
few.
bit up your
I
sleeve.
got a bit on my sleeve.
Well done.
I like it. I like it. Well, boys, we've been doing a lot of collabs lately on Instagram. We got one more. It's with Best Sport 2.0.
Just another
The
one.
Collab Patrol.
The
Fucking
collab
hell.
patrol. You could call us the collab patrol. We're here to help people grow. Want to grow with you.
Send us a message.
It's
we'll
a
collab with
Growing
you.
the game.
So if you're a
Yes.
podcast and you want to, I don't know, or a page just grow and help us grow too, shout us out.
Yeah.
We'll do a collab post.
If
That's
you
how
have
it
a
works.
good idea, we're happy to hear it.
Look, we don't have that many followers, but we'll help you out. We'll try our
Yeah.
best.
We can do whatever we can do.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to do the Dally M Team of the Year predictions. So the
Yep.
way this works, it's obviously based on Dally M voting points.
Yep.
So this year they've changed the system up. It's like out of 6 now per game.
I think it's 2 voters.
Yeah, 3, 2, and 1.
Max 6 votes
Yep.
in a game, right?
Or what? 3, 2, and 1 times 2?
Times 2, yeah.
Okay, so there's 12 votes available. That makes
No,
sense?
sorry.
6.
No, yes, there's 12
Yeah.
available. And if you're
Yeah.
man of the match, you get 6 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 2 people are doing 3, 2, and 1.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
To
so that's
avoid-
how these positional awards are decided. So it's not necessarily who we think is the best,
Yeah.
lock of the game. It's
Because
who-
someone like
who-
To'o is the best winger in the comp, but because
Yeah.
he plays with Penrith, all the points are shared.
Cleary gets
Yeah.
heaps, Edwards and Yo
Edwards.
gets heaps, so
Luai.
he's not going to get it. So keep that in mind when we're reading through this. So fullback, we've gone Dylan Edwards.
Yep.
Okay, I think the only danger here is Latrell Mitchell because Drinky and Walsh are not eligible due to suspension.
Yeah.
Drinky
So
would have
if
been a
you-
good shout.
Yeah, if you miss
Drinky,
3+
yeah.
weeks, you can't get it.
Oh, so
Same
even
with
if
the
you
Dally
got,
M.
so if you got suspended for a week, you can still.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks is fine. 3+, you can't. So
Yeah,
Walsh
right.
did that thing to the ref, was it?
Yeah.
Swearing at
The
the
ref,
ref,
yeah.
and then you got
And-
3.
and Drinkwater
and
with
Drinky did
the
a shoulder
shoulder.
charge.
On Oates.
So they can't
Broke
get
his
it.
jaw, yeah.
Yep. Wingers?
Wingers, this was tough because
was
like wingers are hard to poll points. Karaz was off.
Who was leading?
Karaz was on 14 points after round 12 when
Yeah.
it cut off, when you can't see it no longer. But what did he do since then? Not much. So I'm thinking Dallin or Zalesniak might just pip him, or
Might.
Dom Young's there as well.
Dom
we're going
Young's been
Dallin
good.
I still
though.
think Kiros keeps it.
Do you reckon 14's the
he got like
most?
2 men of the matches in a row pretty much. Got to like 12 points straight away. It's tough for a winger to get points.
It is.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Dallin, when he scored that 4 tries that week, he's been playing
Surely
good
we
footy.
got
Yeah.
2,
But
3.
My
and-
issue is in those games he played good. SJ probably got the 3 points.
And like Adam Van Blake, Chance.
Yeah.
It's
Tough
tough.
one.
That wingers a very tough one.
Tough. Centers was tough because Valentine Holmes, boys, breaking news, he's been suspended for 4 weeks.
So,
Yes.
Out until finals.
yeah, huge.
Why
Off
would
the
they,
press.
why would they challenge that just quietly? It was shoulder to the head.
I don't know.
Was it 3 weeks?
And he did it the week before as well. It was 3. Like,
And then he just gets an extra week.
I don't know. They were hoping for a miracle there.
Yeah. So our
But yeah,
options.
Holmes is not available now.
There was
So
4 other good options. There was Campbell Graham, who we love.
Yep.
Tungo,
Yep.
Will Penasini, and Herbie Farnworth.
I think Herbie goes close.
Herbie's very close. But then again, he's in that
Broncos
team.
side.
That's the only thing that can outdo him. Penasini, I don't think Para's won enough games.
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably the downside.
Tomoko's another shout since Raiders don't have too many stars
Yeah,
taking
Tomoko's
points.
been
He
very
pulled a
good.
few points here and there.
Tungo's been unreal.
But again, he's in that Penrith side.
Penrith
And he missed
team.
a few games.
And Campbell Graham missed a lot due to injury. So I reckon center's wide open.
But I'll tell you something, Mick. Campbell, when it closed, was on 14 points.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So he was a big gap above everyone else. And I think he's played a few good games since round 12 before he got injured. So I think he would just scrape in. And we got a few easy matchups. He could scrape some points in. So I'm going to stick with Campbell.
Like it.
5'8", Cody Walker. I think he's been the best 5'8". Dearden's been good. Anyone else stand out?
Dylan Brown was a shout at one point, but then suspended. So he lost
He's
it.
not eligible.
Mam, but I don't think he pulled enough
And
points.
there's
Remember,
Reynolds.
this is off the points.
Yeah, it's off points.
If it was based on the best 5'8", you'd probably go someone like Munster.
And the thing is with Cody, like, there's a lot of Origin players. Latrell was out.
Yeah.
I reckon he would have fucking raked
have
in the
pulled,
points the last few months.
And
like it.
he's unreal himself.
He
Yeah,
is.
and he's great.
Halfback, I think there can only be one. This guy might win the Dally M.
Cleary, right?
No, you're wrong.
SJ, baby.
SJ. What a man.
SJ.
Yeah.
He should win the Dally M.
I hope he does.
I hope,
Hope so.
That would be such a rugby league soap opera. Just seeing SJ go from basically unwanted at the Sharks, not a good season last year, take him to a home final.
It's crazy. I don't know how he's done it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's changed
Unbelievable.
his game. It's
Props.
brilliant.
I think there can only be one. I think Haas.
Yeah, props a no-brainer.
Yep.
He could get Dally M himself.
Exactly.
He's
yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
I'd say the next closest for prop is you're either looking at like
Tino. Yeah.
or
Adam.
Fanua Blake. Yeah.
I think Haas has got that locked up.
Second row for feeder.
Yep. Fafita's been good.
Anyone else close to Nakora?
I think
Cora's been
Nakora's
alright.
up there.
You know what? Hines was another
Who else?
sniff at halfback, but SJ's just pulled.
Hines was
points.
good
He
until the
was.
last month. He's just been
After
pretty
Origin, I
poor.
feel sorry for the bloke.
He's
Just ruined his
Yeah,
confidence.
it's just dropped off.
Yeah, Fafita, I just can't.
Nakora.
Nakora's been good.
Cora's been good, but I think
don't-
Fafita
yeah.
would have pulled heaps of
Yeah.
points. He's been great this year.
Scott Sorensen, maybe a few in there, but not
And then,
enough
like,
to get
that
Pair
team
offside.
stacked.
that team stacked. Well, lock, we've actually got Isaiah Yo, just based on where he was polling before they closed off.
Yeah, he was on a lot of. I think he was on 15 as well, So let me.
Who would
just
you
quickly
else
get
put
that
there,
up.
Jimmy, for lock?
Hopgood. He's had a great year.
He's so unlucky to not be able to be rookie of the year.
Yeah, I know.
Like, he would have it locked up.
Yeah.
So when it closed in round 12,
Carrigan.
Carrigan was on 8 points, Hopgood was on 6, and Yo was on 15.
Wow.
So Yo was already up there by like 7-ish points, and he just keeps polling
Yeah.
because he's just working in the middle. He makes an impact in every game. I think Hopgood and Carrigan will get close, but
they-
Yo will hold on.
Do they get Dally M points for Origin?
No.
That's a bit unfair.
That would all go
eh?
to Clive, probably.
Yeah.
Well, because they miss it out. They miss out on it.
Yeah, like if you get state of like man of the match, so I guess it's unfair you play an extra game
Yeah,
than everyone
yeah.
else.
But then it's not NRL, so it's
Yeah,
like...
I understand.
It's
But,
tough.
yeah.
Hooker.
I-
Have we got a hooker of the year?
Oh, Hooker was Harry Grant. We didn't even put that in here because he's a sure thing.
I thought Jeremy Marshall King was close, but just got injured a bit
Injury,
too much.
yeah.
And Dolphins
Injury
aren't doing
stuffed
that
him.
well.
Blakey Brayley's had a good year.
It's
I
okay.
think he's been all right.
I think too many Sharks players
Again,
still
he's-
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got for coach of the year. I
I
think
think there's only
we got Ivan
one
Cleary.
obvious.
Ivan could get minor prem again,
Yeah.
but Webster taking
Mate,
that team
yeah.
to top 4, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they judged it off improvement. Like I think Todd Payton
Yeah.
got it last year because
Yeah.
Cowboys went from like last to.
Yeah. When
Top
you
4, yeah.
significantly jump that much, like, you got to put it towards the
Yeah.
coach.
Would you go Kevin Walters in there for what he's done with Brisbane or?
If they can get minor prem, you could have a case for Kevy.
No, I think.
But I
Webster.
think, because they were 9th last year, weren't they, Bronx?
Yeah, they just
A
missed
big
out.
jump. But Webster, fuck, from wherever Warriors were towards the bottom 4,
Yeah.
huge.
Now, rookie of the year, at the current time now, it's one of the closest I've ever seen. So you've got Jacob Preston from the Bulldogs, just consistent, probably future captain
You
for
know
him.
what you're going to get from him.
Yep. Jareem Buller, Jareem the Dream.
He's had a great
some
year.
electric performances.
Yeah.
The only thing, he started a bit later.
Yeah, he did.
That could be the
debuted
only thing
halfway
holding him
through the
back.
year.
But he's been great since he started.
And then you got Calm Pereira,
Offie, yeah.
Jimmy's lookalike. He's-
Try scoring freak.
He's got the record now. Most tries by a Titan in a
Yeah.
season already.
already.
Yeah, he's a freak.
I think 18? 18.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to score a few more, so fuck.
He's fast too.
He's
But
been
yeah, I
good.
think Preston.
Preston?
I think Preston's a safe option.
I think Preston
Buller
he's
second,
played the games.
Canberra third.
But it,
Who else
it
is
also
there?
it
There's a
depends
few
on how they
others.
judge it.
Taruva?
Taruva's there, yeah. Warbrick.
Hosking.
Hosking.
was a shout. It depends how they judge it. Are they doing the rookie of the year off the points? 'Cause if they're doing off the
No, I don't.
points,
They can't do it off the points, can they?
it's tough.
Is it off points?
I don't
Nah,
think so.
couldn't.
If it was, I feel like Preston would poll a lot
Yeah.
Yeah.
for dogs because
Dogs,
not
yeah.
much else. Buller.
But they also lost a lot of games, so they made.
I know. But then, like, Tigers, like, they haven't won, so they're not going to get the majority
And
of the
wingers don't
points.
poll no matter what happens. So.
Yeah.
What about interchange player, boys?
Oh, there's only one, I think. Dylan
Havili.
Walker.
Oh, Dylan Walker.
Dylan
Ah,
Walker.
sorry.
Day walks.
Sorry, I'm
Havili was
obsessed with
close,
Havili.
mate. Did you see
Nah,
that
it's
compilation we posted?
Yeah, he's never on his back, man.
Never
it's
on his
crazy.
back.
He's so good.
The first one where he just like missoled towards the feet and found his front.
That got me.
He's watching these videos and he makes sure he never goes on his
Oh,
back.
Did you tag him?
Of course, I tagged him.
I'm still waiting to hear from Saliva.
Yeah. What the day he responds, we just turn the camera
Shoot
off
us
and
a
that's
Turn
it.
the lights off.
That's it.
podcast
We
done.
retire.
Shoot us a message.
Really, just
Saliva.
end the podcast for the whole
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, Dylan
Yeah, do us a
Walker.
favour.
He's had a great year. 14.
Just his
Warriors.
versatility, his impact, and he's scoring tries and
He's
setting him
scoring
up.
tries,
So
setting him up.
yeah, he's making a good
Maddo's
impact.
had a good year.
Mm.
Maddo's been good as well.
But I feel
Anyone
like they're just not
else?
going to give it to him because he's not a true bench player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's like should be starting.
Like, yeah.
He is
It's
now.
like if you put fucking, it's like something like Munster on the bench sort of thing. He comes on in like the 15th minute, plays the rest of the game.
Yeah,
You know, it's like you've almost
Walker's
started.
he's
And-
no,
and-
he's
I know,
four,
you're
out and out 14. Like
Yeah.
Is there any other shouts for interchange?
Oh.
Like
Like think about the top teams. Who comes
Jared
on?
Wallace?
Jared Wallace been good.
Jarrell.
Any Panthers?
Like
impact?
Hazelton.
Lenu would have been close if he
Lenny-
stayed
yeah,
fit.
Lenny was good.
Hazelton.
He was
Hazelton?
good for a
He was
period.
good.
Is he still playing?
I don't know.
I haven't seen him lately. Maybe he got
I
dropped.
haven't noticed. Poor Hazelton.
Poor Hazelton. He came on for 20 minutes to score a try and his job was
that's
done.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
There you go, boys. What about the best segment in the world, Jim?
What is it? Playing on a penalty.
No, you're wrong. Age is a relevant fact. A snail can sleep for 3 years straight.
So we are making play on a penalty. It's back.
Yep.
Mick's back. Podcast is back. So we're going to bring it back.
Let's go.
For the fans.
Has to be back.
First one at opie.akira. Butter with jam and peanut butter. I'm inclined to say he meant bread.
Butter with jam and peanut butter. Is he saying all that in one?
Is
Like,
butter, jam,
Do you
peanut
reckon
butter?
he stuffed it up or you stuffed it
I
up?
don't know. But
Okay, let's just do both. Butter? No, I don't think when you do that, you only, like, max 2 spreads at a time.
I think he's saying all in one.
Nah.
on the one
Butter,
sandwich,
jam, and peanut
That's
butter.
too much
all
for
in
me.
one.
you know what is fucking good? Peanut butter
Yep.
and banana.
It is. very
Toasty.
Yeah. Wait,
Unbelievable.
Toasty?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh.
Banana toasted.
Yeah. Oh, best.
Look, I've got all those ingredients at the house. We'll crank them after.
I'm not a fan of peanut butter, so I'm not going to try it because
You
I
don't
don't
like
like. I don't
peanut
like the
butter?
smell. It turns me off.
What?
Yeah, the smell is just. I can't
Peanut
even eat
butter's
it.
elite.
Elite.
I know everyone loves it, but I just can't.
And you're
I can't get through
you're
it.
training. It's free protein.
Yeah, I know, but just gotta fucking do a protein shake for that.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't like the smell. It's off-putting, and
Fuck.
smells connected with your taste, so obviously I won't like it.
So what are you saying here? Butter with jam and
I'm gonna
peanut
say
butter?
like it's a low penalty. It's like a little
I'm
descent.
going to play it on.
I'll probably put on report. You know, the ones where it's not sin binnable, like penalty on report, and let the judiciary deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like it. Next one, at Simon Anderson NZ, cashing out on the last leg. I don't like it.
If you cash out and hedge your bets with guaranteed profit, I like it.
Yeah.
You know, when like they'll just say a last leg's a head-to-head to win, and it's a favourite, you cash out. Oh, no, sorry. You don't cash out. You let it ride. Sorry, I forgot how hedging works for a second. You let it ride and you put more money on the roughie. So then no matter what, you win.
I'm just a fan of letting it ride.
What's the thrill, isn't it?
I think if it gets to a certain point, you got to assess it. Like when you're talking like
When you talk, yeah.
like if it gets to like over your 500 mark sort of thing,
Yeah.
you start to assess. You go, oh, okay. You know what? Maybe I do.
Yeah.
Like if your last leg is $1.10, I think you ride it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about if it's a horse?
If it's,
leg?
I can't trust horses to save my
But the
life.
thing is, like, why'd you put the bet on in the first
Well,
place?
that's true.
You know, if you think this thing's going to win,
Yeah.
that means you should back yourself, right?
You know what play
Exactly.
I do like? The cash out and then putting like a small stake on that last leg.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay.
So you don't win it all, but you win a bit back.
And you can still watch it and ride at home.
Yeah. But I think the best case is, like, if you can hedge somehow.
Yeah.
If you can't hedge, that's when you got to flip a coin.
Next one, at North Queensland Cowboys.news, having a photo of yourself in your room.
Fuck it. Come on. It's tough here. Surely it's a player.
I used to have, like, photos of myself playing footy framed
In your fucking room.
in my room. Me scoring, like, a grand final
Yeah,
try
I
in
guess
under
it's a play
eights.
on, eh? Can't penalise it.
I remember he scored first try in that grand final in the
Yeah,
corner. I
in the
was there
corner, and they
watching.
got a photo of it, so I framed it.
How good was it?
Is it still there?
No, it's gone now. You get to the age where you're like, fuck, why am I on the wall?
Yeah.
You know?
So it's a penalty.
Now, I think it's a penalty now.
Well, are we talking like a single photo of yourself?
Just a photo of yourself.
Like, if it's with a group or it's
What about like my photo with Gay Waterhouse
Oh, you'd frame that up.
It's framed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a big board with like all three of us
Well,
together.
then it's just like a selfie of yourself.
If you got a fucking selfie on your wall, you better evict yourself from the house.
If it's a selfie, that's sent off.
Yeah. What about if it's just like a photo of yourself, like you,
Like
behind,
what?
like a great view or something?
Or like a big achievement in your life. You're holding
a
an award or
graduation?
something.
Yeah.
Graduation.
I can see it.
Maybe
but
not in
it's
your room. Maybe
not in
put
your
the-
room.
Put it in the fucking lounge room.
I agree. Not your room. It's a bit self-indulgent.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. Sorry, North Queensland Cowboys news.
At Moody, supporting the Waz. Mate, play on. Up the Waz.
I'd say
baby.
more. It's like a 6 again.
It is.
I feel like it's like everyone's second or third favourite team.
100%.
So I think it's a play on.
Massive play
Up the
on.
Waz.
Up the Waz
Top
indeed.
four's coming. Home final maybe.
Can't wait.
Mate, it's going to be good this year.
It is. Last one for this week. Wearing pink to go see Barbie. Play on a penalty.
Well, you saw Barbie. Jimmy, did you wear pink?
I did not know. Our good friend Camo did though.
And he wore pink.
He did.
So play onto that kid. That shirt's horrendous. It's a nice, bright pink shirt. He wears it all the time.
He does.
And it's just so fitting you wore it to Barbie.
It's a fucking good work.
Well, if you're going to wear it anyway, you wear it there.
I think it's a sin bin.
Are you, if you go see Barbie, you're going to wear a pink shirt?
I don't have much.
It's a thing. Like, you have to
Yeah.
wear pink.
I mean, look, I have a pink shirt. I might rock it if the missus wants me to.
You'd do anything for the miss, though, wouldn't
Well, I would.
All right.
Listener questions. All
Yes.
right, we're back. Only a few this week because we've already gone for so long.
Yeah.
Shout out to, we're making up on lost time for last week. Few
Yeah,
people were like, where's
apologies.
the potty?
you? You get all episodes in one.
Sorry, I was sunbathing my dick off Imposter Time.
Yeah,
There you
literally. Did you go nude, Mick, ever?
No,
On the nude beaches or
No,
anything?
no,
Did ya?
no. Oh, yeah. I went nude everywhere, bro.
Yes.
I wore the back cast never last shorts, actually.
Beautiful. Did anyone recognise you? Oh, you're Mick from Cars.
Yeah, did you get noticed?
I did, but at the Sydney airport
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Yeah.
by the Mock Sports.
Thank you.
Oh, we love Mock.
Well done,
Cashy or
Cashy.
Nico?
Nico.
Nico.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to Nico.
Well done.
Yeah, so I saw them. Did I see anyone famous when I was there?
Yeah, did you?
I saw Brendan Favola,
Yes.
ex-Fremantle or something
Yeah,
player.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the rugby league players are back in Sydney. Didn't see them.
Any celebrities?
Soccer players or anything
No,
like
no.
that?
Considering I know
Nothing?
heaps of soccer players, but
Nothing.
not one. No.
Interesting.
They're all like pre-season tours away in like Hong Kong.
Okay.
So
There you go.
anyway, whatever. First question at Hayden_P09. Where do you see Cowboys finishing? Well,
I think around 6th or 7th.
age had him
Between
at
fifth and
6. Age had him
Fifth
at
and eighth,
6.
yeah.
I had him at 7. Jimmy had him at 6. So 6 and 7.
Yeah.
At Luke to Steph, what's Mick's punishment for abandoning the pod?
Fuck, mate. Maybe a chili shot, eh?
Maybe a chili shot. But I think the fact he planned in advance and he scheduled our podcast so we had an ice release,
Yeah.
it didn't feel like a massive gap.
No.
It
Only
wasn't.
last week we had off.
It
So I'm
felt
gonna-
massive for us because we weren't recording.
Yeah.
But you guys were still out
For
grinding.
you guys who are listening to all the content we put up,
Mm.
I think we're going to let Mick slide for this one. I'm going to say play on.
Because people
Even though it's
loved
not a
ice.
play on or penalty.
People loved ice.
Yes.
Punishment, no, Luke. I tell you what deserves a punishment, though. The 18th man. They're like,
Oh,
how many
mate,
losses in
no.
a row?
Shocking.
13 or something?
14.
Bad.
We actually got a special announcement. We're going to get back the GOAT of 18th Mans.
Oh,
Ayan Shukla.
wow.
He got 4 in a row
last year.
last season.
He was very good.
So he's back this week.
Pressure's on.
If he can't break the curse, no one can.
What is the running tally? I know I'm still last.
You're last, but not by much. But I
I've
think
clawed
like,
it back.
if you get a few wins, you can overtake 18th man.
Well, I remember when I was on my 6 in a row streak, 7 in a row, whatever it was.
Mm.
I was getting flogged. Now the 18th man doubles it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no one says anything.
We've never got 10 in a row. Otherwise, we'd be getting a tattoo.
We will.
Tattoos
But,
heavy.
Jimmy, you're 4 off the tattoo.
Mate, I'll pick
So is he out of the sin bin?
I'm out.
He's out of the sin bin.
I'll tip $1.50 this week. And then
Of course you will. And it'll still get rolled.
maybe.
What's the punishment if you go 4 $1.50s in a row to avoid the tat and you still lose?
Fuck. Maybe a bit
Surely
bigger.
not.
A bigger tat.
Bigger tat. We'll assess it when
I
it
feel
comes
like we'd
around
all
to
be
it.
doing the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 18th man's the biggest curse going.
the
Like
worst.
anything they put in, something will just happen.
Mm.
Yeah, at Best Sport 2.0, thoughts on players covering up the NRL logo? Yeah, it's a weird one. It's sort of like the RLPA is doing their best to try and negotiate the
Yeah.
terms. I think they probably need to get a mediator in and sort of settle it.
It's been going on for like 18 months.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I was
Or
listening
something.
to Bloke in a Bar podcast. He was explaining it pretty much like NRL's just trying to claw back money in different ways. Because you hear the like Clint Newton, you hear the Abdo talk about it, like they're all a bit ambiguous about it.
Yeah.
Like you don't really know what the fuck they're arguing about. It's not
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
It's not player increase because they've got their salary. They're just talking about like
I think like it's
welfare
and stuff. Yeah, that's right.
Especially the women's game, they want like their own board and that sort of stuff set up.
But in terms of covering the logo, I don't really see the point of it. Like, yeah, it's a little stand, against NRL, but obviously they're playing NRL. I saw Hectic Fred put up a video and it went viral. It was like, what do you think they're playing, bro? Bloody NFL. It's obviously NRL.
The only thing I can see,
I don't know.
The only reason why I think it works is because they cover it up. Then people go, why are they covering it up? And then it brings up the
it raises awareness.
I think it's what it's for. It's not like, you're not playing NRL.
Yeah.
I was more upset the fact that maybe I'm just being a little negative Nancy, but it was women in leagues around. The logo had women in league.
Okay.
And it was covered up. I was like, it's the one.
The one
round
round
of the year. Like, would you do it on like an Anzac Day round? Probably not.
Yeah, because that'd be disrespectful.
It'd be disrespectful. So look,
it's a tough one, but
it's a tough.
I'll tell you what, the Tigers didn't even bother doing it.
Didn't they?
Did you see them?
No.
Not one player had it.
Really?
The Tigers just forgot. Or are they not in there? Maybe they're not in the NRL next year. Maybe they've already got the nudge, like, you're out.
That would be the most Tigers thing ever, to forget to do it.
So have a look. Just double check me on that, but I'm pretty sure none of them had it on.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Next question, at ADZZ Nazha. Has anyone offered to race Saab yet?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet, but I tell you what. Just between us, I think, when Tyrone Munro plays one more game to get 3, we might pull him aside and make him work a bit harder, and we'll get him to race.
It's a lot of pressure for an 18-year-old.
Why don't we get Dom
Tyrone
Young?
Munro's got
What about Dom
speed.
Young?
Dom Young, but how are we going to get him from Newcastle?
That's not that far.
I don't think he'll beat him.
2 hours?
I don't think Dom beats him. Dom will be close.
I'm liking Khan Pereira. The more I look at him, I think he's fast. Not faster than
Yeah.
Saab. Saab's got that
Saab's got the longest legs going, and he just glides.
Yeah, it's fucked.
over 100. Hammer maybe over 30 over Saab.
Yeah.
But Saab
Over 100, that's the big question. That's where Saab
you
rolls
mean?
cool
everyone.
is quick too.
Cool is quick, but
Cool is
Saab
very
will
quick.
just glide past him. I reckon Munro could be a shout. We'll get him training. He's got to put 2K together.
BKR Sport. When Titans go on an Eels 2009 streak, we partying at Surfers, Broady, or Burley Pavilion.
Mate, Burley Pav,
I
BKR.
want to go Burley Pav. I've heard
It's
so
unreal.
many.
It's
Have
so
you been
good.
to it?
Yeah.
Oh,
When
I used to
up
live
in-
there.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Like what? Can you describe it to us?
Mate, it's a different beast. Like
Compare it to something here.
you cannot compare it. It's
So
just,
is
it's just
it
the
a
best.
massive establishment?
Yeah, it's similar to like the Coogee Pav, but it's just on roids.
Okay. Could you have them roids?
Yeah.
So what's the vibe in there? Can you describe it? Paint a picture.
You can't even like the view, like just everything.
Okay,
just
right.
everything.
Amazing
about it.
view.
Yeah.
Amazing view. You get the view, obviously of Burley.
Outdoors part.
There's an outdoors part, indoors, but it's just a vibe in there. It's just next level. So we'll see you at Burley Pav, boys.
Unfortunately, you can't verse Cowboys every week, so I don't think we'll be there this year. But next year, hey, the offer's on the table.
It is.
All right, boys, fill up the fridge. Shout out to the props last week who scored. There wasn't many in round 22.
Just a 3.
Luca Moretti, the Italian stallion, Francis Molo, and Cohen Hess.
What a try.
What a try, and then after that, you guys just shat the bed.
Who are we going this week?
Well, Mick, who are you going?
I'm
$1 hot shot.
the system.
$2 hot shot. Who are you going?
And Adam Fanua Blake.
Oh, okay.
Adam
$4.
Philblake,
Yeah.
the most likely prop of the round.
So remember the rules with it. If you stuff up your Tryscorer Tryfecta, you do a chili shot. But if you get the fridge
Did my
correct,
fridge score that round?
it's
I think
immunity.
you did.
No, he did not.
Wait, I thought it was if your fridge gets up, it's immunity.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
Yeah. So
What do
what
you think
happens if 2 people get the fridge and the other one doesn't? Is it the same principle?
Yes, it's a chili shot for the 2. Because if you get 2
Okay.
fridges, you fucking deserve
Pretty
a chili
crazy.
shot.
It's hard to even get one. There's only 3 fridges.
I
That
fucking
scored.
hit 2 in a row. I didn't get any
Yeah,
immunity.
You were good.
Well,
You're doing the
The
chili
amount of
shot
try
now, mate.
scorers that you didn't get in the row, it's finally about time you have to do one.
I'm going Tui Kamika.
How much?
$10.
Tui,
good.
double-digit odds.
Big Tui. He
Love
loves
it.
the fucking try.
He's
eh?
versing Panthers though.
No, but he
Yeah.
loves to try against like these good teams.
Okay, we'll take your word for it. Might have
Grant will
$5
jump
in it.
out of dummy half, face ball, Tui straight over.
I seen him at Westwood one day. He's
Did you say
huge.
Granville?
No, Grant.
I thought you said Granville, a dummy half.
He
I'm
said
like,
Grant
fucking-
will.
Oh,
I said
Grant.
Grant
I'm
will
like
jump out
fucking
of dummy half.
mid-season signing. He won't leave Cowboys.
Jakey
He'll
Granfield.
retire there. I'm going Jared Wallace. We spoke about him. His impact of the bench.
Yeah,
He
mate,
loves a meat
hang
pie.
on. He's number 17. What about comes on plays lock?
He comes on in the middle.
Ooh.
He can probably play
Hey.
5'8".
Hang on.
Hang
Hold
on.
the phone.
Hey, he can play 5'8".
Who's their
I don't
lock?
care.
Kenneth Bromwich.
Hey, maybe I found a loophole. Maybe I didn't. But Mate, we saw Jared Wallace's
scamming
try
the
celebration. He
Yeah.
ate the meat pie.
We'll do
He
the
loves
we'll do the
meat
bunker
pies.
next week and see if it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be in the
Get
middle.
the VR.
For now, play
Don't
on.
worry,
He's
He-
in the middle.
Look.
He's in the middle.
He's a fridge. That's the end story.
He's
He's a fridge.
Okay, boys. Tips of the week. You know what that means. Jimmy's doing the chili shot.
Yes.
So I reckon we get him to do it, and then I'll go through my tip, and we can watch him struggle.
And I go through mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then he's just
So
struggling the
Jimmy,
whole time.
put on the chili hat.
Yep. I don't trust age pouring this though, eh? Just quietly.
Jimmy, I got a steady hand.
Jimmy just fucking rocks fashion sometime, eh?
Yeah, we want you to look a bit shitter than that.
Like that, like it's not even a punishment. Now. It looks fresh.
Tell me when, Jim.
I will tell you.
Yeah, because Jimmy's done. He was good the last.
Hang
few
on.
Hey, whoa!
Oh, relax.
Don't punch it out like
Tell me
that.
when.
Just let it. One more?
One more. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
That's
To be
fun.
fair, he said one more.
Yeah,
did
but not
say
that
one more.
one.
That was one.
Okay, Jimmy,
Oh, here
what's
we
your
go.
tip of the week?
Tip of the week this week.
Actually, now pause. We'll go to Adrian. We'll come back to you.
Oh, it's hot in the
Now
lips.
go to you, Mick, because yours is a quick one.
Oh, mine's an easy one. Go to Italy. Use your bank account. Do it. Everyone's in Europe at the minute. You've seen the stories. Just do it. Let's get back to Jim.
Back to you, Jim. How you tracking over there?
Pretty good. Pretty
You
good.
should be
It's
used
hot.
to chili. Yeah, a lot of Asian food has a lot of chili in it.
They do. It's hot.
It's one of those ones that's like a slow burner. It hits you later.
Oh, it's hit my throat.
Yeah, the back of the throat.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst when it hits the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you tell us your tip of the week?
Tip of the week is going to be Poker Face.
You can't really put one on right
Poker
now, can
face.
you?
TV show.
Is it with Russell Crowe?
No, that's the movie.
Oh.
But there is a TV series on Stan. Give it a watch. It's unbelievable. Unreal.
What happens when we don't have Stan, Jim?
Get it. Get the free trial. 7-day free trial.
I got Jim's stand account.
Yeah, you might have
It's
to
only
give me
10 episodes, but it's good.
You might have to give me a stand, Jim. I'll tell you my tip of the week, though. This is to avoid the sin bin. So I went on that mad run. I think I got 3 in a row. And now I'm going for 3 in a row losses. So I'm not going to be stingy with this. I'm going Dom Young, Penasini, and Hopawadi to score. You're getting $5.64. Quick little stats between each player. Dom Young, 9 tries in the last 8 games, leading the NRL. Dragons conceded 6 tries in the last 6 games to right centres. So that's Penasini. And Tigers have conceded 7 tries in the last 5 games to the left wingers. So that's Hopper. So there you go. Hopefully we can get that treble. And yeah, that will do us today, I think. We've had a long episode.
Oh, it's long.
Have been.
Your lips are very red, Jim, by
It's
the way.
very red, yeah.
They're getting real red. But how about you just farewell, everyone? Say the last words.
Have a great week, guys, and we'll see you next week. See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.